Hello, my fellow HBICs. How you doing on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? Yeah, how's everybody doing? Huh? How was your Easter if you celebrated? How was it? I hope it was wonderful. I had a very nice day myself. Let's get to the basic bitch. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the Dropbox below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 2 channel memberships. I do. I go live with the exclusive lives group on Tuesday evenings at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've had to reschedule those, but we do get them made up. You know what I'm saying? And I have the hot seat / group coaching channel membership, which I go live with them every single Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you join the hot seat group, you have access to both channel memberships. Okay? I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have Clapper. Yeah, and I love Clapper though. I don't love Clapper just yet. It's not even growing on me yet. I don't like it very much. Probably shouldn't say that, but I'm keeping it real. Yeah, and I would love for you to join me everywhere. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kimberly, the Manifesting with Kimberly, right? I would love for you to subscribe and come back and see me. Yeah, all we talk about is the law of assumption / manifestation content. That is it, because I'm obsessed with it, and I don't care. I don't care if that sounds bad. I'm obsessed with manifestation. Okay, it consumes my life, and I love every ounce of it. Every ounce of it. So, yeah, come back and see me. Subscribe. Also, you know, if you want to know when I go live and other things, maybe, you know, hit the little ring bell so you get the notifications. Yeah. It's not normal for me to ask for those things, but I feel like it, so I'm going to do it. And that's usually my response. It's like, well, I feel like it today, so I'm going to do it. So let's get right in here. I would appreciate also a like. You know, so I slip that in because the likes gets the videos out for me. And that in itself is a major help, and it's totally fucking appreciated. In every way, shape, or form, it is appreciated. Now let's really jump into the video. Let's talk about getting your specific person to chase you instead of you chasing them. Okay? Are you hearing me? Get them to chase you, not you chase them. We don't chase. We don't have to chase. We're master manifestors, but that's what we're going to talk about today. Quit the bullshit. You don't have to chase anything. And if you're not manifesting a specific person, you can get your manifestation to chase you too. Money, health, whatever it is, everything's an energy when you really think about it. And when you're manifesting things like manifesting health, right? You're becoming a new version of self. So why can't we start thinking that the version of yourself that is healthy and perfect is chasing after you, because it's just another version of you. Open up your mind for possibilities. But anyways, to be serious, let's get in today. So let's discuss the idea of, are you remembering it's the law of assumption? What you assume to be true will be true. And if you're sitting home manifesting someone, maybe it's someone you know, maybe you've had a previous relationship with them, who knows? Doesn't matter. Even if you're manifesting someone you don't know, you are still essentially getting that person to take inspired action, even if you don't know the person. So I'm saying maybe you're manifesting new love. Even someone out in your 3D is being influenced with inspired action to take the necessary action to connect with you. As well as you'll be inspired to take action as well. But as I have said many times before, let's make this clear. Inspired action is not something that you're thinking about and, you know, hemming and hawing over it. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? That's not inspired action. Okay? So anyway, when we are sitting in a place of feeling like we have to reach out to a specific person or we have to do the work in order to get them to talk to us, we should know by now that that is nothing more than a victim state. That is you being in a victim state. Whenever we feel that anything is outside of us, right? Outside of us. Like we have to get into our 3D and poke the 3D, right? We have to text SB to get them to text us back so we can be in a good mood for the rest of the day. And this came up in my live stream the other day. All of that is victim state. That's you being a version of yourself that is not having your manifestation. And for anybody out there manifesting a specific person, your person is not separate from you. It's not separate from you, but you're seeing them that way from your victim state, which is why some of you out there, I know, when you have an expectation to hear from your person and you're not hearing from them, right? Maybe you're in a full-blown no contact scenario right now. Maybe it's been a little bit of time since you last heard from your person. So I know from that perspective what it feels like. I've been in that position too. So I get it. I know how you feel. I know it's not fun. I know it can be painful. I know we get to a place of missing our person. Or maybe you never even had a relationship with the specific person that you're manifesting, but you were just wishing it would just manifest already. All of the things I just listed is you embodying a victim state. And yet that included me. When I was in the position of manifesting my person back after the solo vacation, I was in a victim state. I was in a victim state for a while as I was learning about states, right? Because that's when I woke up to finally getting states of consciousness was my solo vacation. But so right now, we want to flip that shit around. We want to get the specific person to be motherfucking chasing us, not us chasing, begging, needing them. Yeah, that's not the energy we want to be in. That is not the state we want to embody. And if you're in that state right now, okay, your first step is to calm the hell down, center yourself, and let's do some basic bitch real thinking here. When you are looking or manifesting a specific person and you're seeing them as not wanting to contact you, not wanting to be with you, you are embodying that state. You are deciding that's who you are. You're deciding that you are a version of yourself that's in love with someone that doesn't feel the same way. And we got to move you from that state which we can start there. If you like affirming, you start affirming, I am now finally the version of myself that is experiencing being pursued, being chosen. I finally know what it feels like to be chosen. And you can add your specific person's name in that if you want to. But that's where the focus needs to start going, on who you're being relative to your manifestation. So when we want someone to chase us, we want to get on the other end of feeling pursued, feeling desired, wanted, chosen, loved, and loved unconditionally, because we're fucking worth that. We are worth a goddamn relationship where we are made to feel like we can't be lived without, that they're obsessed with us. Yeah. Don't be afraid of the word obsession. Oh my God. Okay. Please. So much judgment on the word obsession. Not everybody looks at obsession as it's a bad word or that it instantly means stalker. Okay. So settle down, Beavis. For the rest of us who just look at obsession as, that fun, exciting feeling of knowing our person wants to be with us. It's an innocent way of looking at it. So again, settle down, Beavis. But that's where your attention wants to start going. And truthfully, when we want to be chased by our person, take a look at what you're really thinking about your specific person. Because if you're over here affirming that, I am loved now. And listen, can I just say that if you're someone who loves affirming, create affirmations that sound like you, that resonate with you. If you're affirming affirmations that don't make you feel any type of way, you don't get excited when you say them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're going to feel excited every time you fucking affirm, but when certain affirmations, I am chosen, I am wanted, I am loved, if they sound corny as hell to you and feel like, I don't even enjoy saying them, don't use those. Use wording that makes you feel what chosen is. Maybe you just want to say something like, I finally am feeling and getting to experience what it feels like to be wanted by specific person's name. You don't see what I'm trying to go there? You don't have to use that wording either. I'm saying, how do you talk? How do you talk? Let me give you an example of how I talk, okay? That man is head over heels in love with me. He cannot get enough of me. He knows he's damn well lucky to have me. I'm the best goddamn thing that has ever happened to that person. Oh, he's obsessed with me. He cannot live without me. He wants to be around me 24/7. That's just sassiness. I'm a sassy person, so I tend to speak sassy, okay? So when I say, who are you being? I'm being the version of myself that finally accepts and believes and trusts and feels safe and secure in believing that my specific person is head over heels in fucking love with me, can't live without me, knows I'm the best damn thing to ever happen to his ass, knows I'm an amazing girlfriend, treats me like I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him, treats me like I'm the best girlfriend he's ever had, and never wants to lose. I get to feel like that now. I get to experience what it feels like being on top of the world, knowing I am finally in the relationship of my lifetime. And I get to confidently trust that. I can trust it. No matter what the 3D may show me, no matter how, maybe he's in a bad mood. Maybe he woke up, farting sideways and is miserable. I don't care. I get to still feel like I'm chosen, I'm wanted, I'm adored, I am loved, I am needed. I can be excited knowing that's who I am now. I'm finally the girl living my absolute dream life, living in my most happiest relationship I've ever been. I know what feeling loved is now. I get to feel that. I finally believe that I'm allowed to have the love of my life, the relationship of my life. And that's my fucking everyday. I wake up excited to step into my day. I love my life. Do you see how I talk? Do you see how it gets me excited? Do you see how I feel revved up when I'm thinking or talking, speaking out loud that way? Because that resonates with me. So choose words that resonates with you. Maybe to you that sounded like an affirmation rampage. And I've been known to love an affirmation rampage. I don't care if that's what it sounds like, then do an affirmation rampage. But do what feels good to you, because that's you really stepping into it. That's you truly embodying that version of yourself. And listen, there's always the law of thought transmission. And the law of thought transmission is always at play. Just as you deciding to be in the reality where you're getting your manifestation. Just like you deciding to be the version of yourself that's finally having all of your desires. All of that is working the same. It's all working the same because we are all connected through consciousness. And every single one of us has the God I amness, or if you don't believe in God, higher power, universe, your subconscious mind, whatever feels good to you. Just know that you have the same power that has created everything already. And you notice how I worded that? Because a lot of times we say things like, I'm creating a new life for myself. I'm creating it. No, you're not. Creation's finished. It's already done. That reality already exists, right? You can't think or desire anything that isn't already in your consciousness. Yeah. Not your subconscious, although yes, it's in existence there, but I'm saying in consciousness, it's there. It's already there. It's already created. It's already done. And the same goes for your specific person, because we're all connected in consciousness. All of us, every single one of us. Are you hearing me? That includes your person. It includes the love of your life. It includes the celebrity you're manifesting. We're all connected. And I often get asked, well, how am I going to get my celebrity to chase me? That celebrity doesn't even know how I am. How am I going to have an inner conversation with somebody I don't even know? Because we're all connected in consciousness. Stop thinking logically. You're bringing logic into something. You're making it difficult for yourself. Logic always fucks with us. Think about it most of the time. When you're having a struggle in believing or accepting something, it's because you're battling some semblance of a logical thought. Your consciousness is the light reflected on the mirror of your mind and projected in space to the one of whom you think. By mentally speaking to the subjective image in your mind, you cause the mirror of your mind to vibrate. Your vibrating mind modifies the light of consciousness reflected on it. The modified light of consciousness reaches the one toward whom it is directed and impinges on the mirror of his mind. It causes his mind to vibrate according to the modification it undergoes. Thus, it reproduces in him what was mentally affirmed by you. Your beliefs, your fixed attitudes of mind constantly modify your consciousness as it is reflected from the mirror of your mind. Your consciousness, modified by your beliefs, objectifies itself in the conditions of your world. To change your world, you must first change your conception of it. To change a man, you must change your conception of him. You must first believe him to be the man you want him to be and mentally talk to him as though he were. All men are sufficiently sensitive to reproduce your beliefs of them. Therefore, if your word is not reproduced visibly in him toward whom it is sent, the cause is to be found in you, not in the subject. As soon as you believe the truth of the state affirmed, results follow. Everyone can be transformed. Every thought can be transmitted. Every thought can be visibly embodied. Subjective words, subconscious assumptions, awaken what they affirm. They are living and active, and shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish that which I please, and shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent them. Obviously, that was Neville Goddard. All that nicely said. So I'm going to Kim it down for you, okay? If you didn't understand anything I just read, here's Kim bringing it down. Literally, first and foremost, because I have to, the minute you start accepting, believing, or at least tell yourself you're becoming, right, a specific version of yourself, that is a state. And when you begin getting into the place of embodying that state or becoming that new version of self, everything must follow in accordance from there, meaning your 3D has to begin validating who you believe you are. So when you start thinking from the place of being the version of yourself who comfortably knows that your specific person is wanting, desiring, chasing, making it really well known that they want you and only you, then that in itself, if you don't like the word vibrations, because I know it sounds more law of attraction-y, but it's the thought in itself is vibrating at an energy that pings your specific person's mind. And it's able to do that through consciousness. So when you think of it, like that's the bigger picture. You are becoming a version of yourself who believes that she or he is wanted, adored, pursued, chased, needed, unconditionally loved. Any word that you're looking for, any that feels good, describe yourself with it. Yes? So you are feeling like, you can't be lived without because you're the best thing to ever happen to your person. Is you are stepping into that version of yourself. Your 3D has to validate that. Okay? So that includes your specific person. And because a specific person, anybody, honestly, your specific person has to reflect from you or show you who you believe you are. So, that came out really weird. Your specific person is always showing you and proving it to be true who you believe you are. So if you're still thinking from a place that your person doesn't want you, is never going to come back, will never change, your person has to reflect that, and they keep showing up that way. But when you start deciding that, no, I am wanted, I am wanted, I am desired, I am chased and pursued, because that's just who I am now. That's just who I am. I've become the version of myself that can trust and believe and feel safe believing that my specific person is head over heels in love with me, can't live without me, chases me down, begs me to spend time with them, It's a little sarcasm. But you see what I'm saying? As you're becoming that version of yourself, your person has to reflect that back. So it doesn't matter if you're in no contact. There are no obstacles. There are no barriers. You're seeing time and space as an obstacle. So, for example, if your person's in California and you're in New York, you're seeing the fact that he lives on the other side of the country as an issue. And a lot of you do see things like that. It's just, you're seeing it as an obstacle that can get in the way of your manifestation. Nothing can outrun consciousness because everything is already in consciousness. We are all connected. There are no separations. The only reason why you have been experiencing no contact or not being chased by your specific person is because that's who you believe you are. That's the state you've been embodying. Period. There is no denying that when you get into a state, your 3D reflects. Period. So get into that state. Decide you are that version now. Whether you're affirming it to yourself or visualizing a scene where there's a fucking very confident you who knows his or her shit don't stink and she's getting what she wants or he's getting what he wants. Visualize that scene and see your person in there. Oh, baby, I can't live without you. Do you see what I mean? Decide it. Script it. Whatever you do as your manifestation game. Start doing it with a little fucking confidence because this works. You're not being chased because you don't believe it's possible for yourself. And it is. And if you have a hard time trusting that the law of assumption is working for you or that manifestation in itself is working for you, take a look at what thoughts you've been dominantly thinking. Take a look at the stories you've been telling yourself. Take a look at your own inner conversations and see if your world looks the same. And it probably does. It probably does. What you've been dominantly thinking, I'm sure your 3D looks just like that. So quit the shit. Quit the shit and decide you're having it all. And that you're being wanted, chased, pursued. Because it will have to be validated back to you. There's no denying that. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.